Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Om Puran. I'll be your host for today. Let's give a minute for a few more people to join in and then we can start. Hello and good morning, all. My name is Om Puran, and let me take this opportunity of being your host for today. Uh, we are living in the era of COVID, and COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted the global economies and businesses, and human resources has been at the heart of it. With organization now on the cusp of recovery, the role of HR is becoming even more important than ever. Keeping this thought in mind, we have set up the Discover Digital webinar series. And it's my pleasure to be your host. And today we are very happy to host this last episode of our webinar series for this year. And the topic that we are going to cover today is reimagining intelligent HR transformation with SFOne Pro. Now, this webinar is hosted by a team of industry experts from Solstice Middle East. I know you'll agree with that question questions can be endless when it comes to envisioning the future impact and the role of HR in the post COVID-19 era. One thing that is certain here is the pandemic and its inherent effect on the businesses has been highlighted and has been felt than ever before. And there are things which are of a pertinent um, here now to cover these points like resilience that we are witnessing with the today's workforce, accelerated shift towards the new digital economy, and the importance of HR in the new normal. Allow me a minute for introducing us. And um, uh, so here we are part of YASH Technology. Now, YASH is a global technology consulting service provider, which is helping customers aligning technology innovation with business strategy. And Solstice Middle East is a division of YASH Technology in the Middle East, and we are headquartered here at Dubai and have been serving marquee customer across the region. Now, today we are very lucky to have a set of industry veterans. I'll start with Mr. Sarath. Mr. Sarath Pangnamula heads our HCM service line, and he has more than 25 years of industry experience. He has managed global delivery teams and has led and delivered large, complex projects. I mean, starting from designing HR processes to implementing technology-enabled business solutions for a variety of customers from all across the industries. We also have Mr. Nagesh Polu, who is a lead consultant on SAP SuccessFactors. Who has a decade plus of experience when it comes to managing success factor projects. A variety of HCM projects. Now, before I hand over this mic to our speakers, wanted to highlight a few points here. Um, Today's webinar will be available on demand and after the live session. Considering the fact that we are in the post-COVID era, and many of you might be connected from the home, if in case of you are disconnected from the session due to any network issue, you can certainly reconnect. Now, there are a few other house rules that I want to cover. So before I cover all those points, let me take this opportunity to do a quick poll. So while you are doing the quick poll, I am going to let you know about few of the house rules. Now you can see the polls on your screen. Let me cover a few of the house rules. Now, we do have a question and answer round, and we are taking your questions and inputs and shall answer them during the Q&A session. If you have any questions for our speaker, feel free to send it through the question tab of the GoToWebinar app. Okay, I'll just allow you maybe another 10-15 seconds while you are able to complete the poll. And then I'll start by welcoming a speaker. Okay, let me close the poll now. Okay. Now, so without any further ado, I would like to kick things off by welcoming Mr. Sarath. Over to you, Sarath.
Thank you very much, Om, and good morning to all the participants joining us today's webinar. I hope you guys are able to see the screen. Can somebody, Om or Rusha, can somebody? Yeah, I think, yeah, thank you. Thank you. So as Om mentioned that Soltius is part of YASH group of companies. We are actually a 25-year-old company, and we headquartered in East Moulin, and our regional headquarter of Soltius is located in Dubai. And we started our organization about in 1996 with 2 employees, and today it is 6,000 plus employees, the kind of strength that what we have. So what it means is that we have actually taken a conscious decision during all our journey time to, as per the customer needs, we have grown our employee headcount, not only our employee headcount, but also our presence also in terms of across the globe. We started in two different geographies, one in US and one in India, but slowly we spread all over the globe, almost like 5 different continents, with about 40 plus global offices is currently where we located. And we strongly believe that our customers actually speak. They're the real brand ambassadors for us, rather than doing a marketing. We believe in that a happy customer is always can help us getting more customers. That is the primary belief of YASH. And Soltius, of course. And we have almost like close to 50 verticals in technology perspective today, located in all these 40 plus offices, and we are helping more than 100 plus companies in their digital journey. And that's one of the phenomenal thing. And we have the entire workforce located. The entire spread is equally distributed in such a way that we take care of the regional needs as well as ensuring the global delivery capabilities. So when we say that regional reach is pretty much important, and we have part of the Middle East. We regional headquarters is in Dubai, and we also have another office in Egypt. And we're also planning to come up with more infrastructures as we move forward. Of course, the pandemic has actually pushed all our plans a bit, but still we are trying to come up with more aggressive plans as things get settled down, and then as we see the new normal. Of course, we are seeing some new normal, but as the complete new normal, obviously, is going to take up to 2021 mid. That's what the experts are saying. And we are continuously registering close to 20-25% plus of growth year on year, last 4 to 5 years. This is the growth rate what we have. So what it means is that we are trying to reach out to the global customers and trying to establish, our services with them, and some of these services that what we are doing, the global standpoint, or the large AMS services and the implementations and the infrastructure management as services, managed services, and all that stuff. So Nagesh, can you move on to the next slide? And coming to our capabilities in success factors, so what all is success factor is about is something that you will hear in next 30 odd minutes from my colleague Nagesh. But what I want to probably bring up to the notice of the participants that we actually have partnered with success factors where SAP took over this company in 2011. So what it means is that we have the strong delivery capabilities in success factors by way of the consultants who are knowledgeable, right from the junior to the diamond and platinum consultants, who are experienced and expertise with the success factor knowledge. And besides that, they also have the strong HR business knowledge. That's one of the key things that our consultant has. And apart from that, they also have multiple certifications of the success factor modules, so they can handle multiple modules. One consultant can actually work on multiple modules. So that's the capability that we have built in. And all these resources are in-house resources. What it means is that we never hired any contractors of any of projects that we execute across the globe, as well as in the Middle East region, of course. So we have our own resources. And most of our resources are, again, they have this HR education background along with the local experience in the HR field. And when it comes to the services standpoint, what we actually offer very unique is, apart from the implementation, support, and all that, the health factors is one of the key things that we actually a very unique offering from Soltius. So what it means is that we can be approached by any customer or a prospect of studying their existing HR applications and to come up with the new roadmap for transforming that entire HR application with the new HR application that they would like to go for. And also the other thing is that any of these HR applications that you are currently using, for example, you may be using SAP SuccessFactors, but you are using only partially, or you are not able to optimize the usage, as you wish actually, or as you could. So that's where our services predominantly come into the picture. And we actually come and sit with you, and then over a day workshop, we try to understand your business requirements, key business requirements, and then look at your system. And then we bring up the entire gaps and then provide you a kind of a digital roadmap kind of stuff, how you can bridge the gaps and what are all the additional things that you can actually, leverage out of the success factor application that you are already running on. And coming to our the kind of capabilities I already spoke, and the resources standpoint, which I already spoke about. So considering our contributions and the kind of implementations we did in the region, SAP has actually awarded us as the best partner in 2018. And of course, we are also working with them and repeat this particular success story as we move forward. And also we have some of the good names, whatever the logos that you see there, for example, like Almarai or GEMS Education and BF. So these are not just the logos. We have a strong association with them, being a partner for implementing success factors, being part of their successful digital journey of HR. Where we each of it has got a different story in terms of the kind of requirements what they had and what has been implemented and what has been enabled for them in the success factor suite. So if you that all depends on the varies to the customer of course, but each of the customer, I can say that very happy customer with our services. And yeah, can you move on to the next slide, Nagesh? So the important thing of today's conversation, of course, HR has been the key. Every one of us know that, and it's been playing a key role in the organization, aligning right from the years, many years, and then from the admin standpoint to the strategic, they have transformed their roles. And even as a strategic partner also in the organization, the role never ends there. They need to keep on moving from pillar to post and then change the strategies, change the kind of working styles so that they can reach out to their employees and get them engaged more with the business, so the business will grow in multiple facets. So that's how the HR is trying to struggle. And the new pandemic, which has thrown challenges, which has really disrupted the business, and where we never experienced that. The entire world has to be confined to the homes, and the entire work need to be carried out from the home. The home. Some of the part of the globes, they used to be a concept of remote work, but that was only occasional usage. It was not a regular concept. But the pandemic has really put all of us back into the home, confined us to the home, and then work from home. So that's where the HR role has increased in multiple facets. They really need to realign the whole stuff, and then I invent look at the applications, what they are using, how to redesign the HR, the entire organization, so that the organization can function in a normal way. So that was one of the major challenge that HR fraternity has. And of course, most of the organizations have really picked up well, thanks to the technology and the digitalizations. So these have really helped to get up the HR to, increase the connectivity between the workplace and the employees, though they're actually living in different parts of the globe. So still they are connected and they're able to carry their work. And one of such important thing facilitating is, I would say, part of the kind of experience. Most of our customers were indicating that success factors, which is our today's story, which is really a tremendous HR application, which has helped many organizations for digitalizing their HR footprint. And it has got everything whatever typically an organization requires from HR standpoint, and pretty easy and simple for adopting by the end user. Whereas whether it is on a mobile or it is on the laptop or a desktop, so it is a device independent, and then the kind of functionalities what it has really increased the connectivity of the employees and the decision making and the inbuilt analytics, which has really helped the C-level guys, in terms of looking at the kind of dashboards and then how the work is moving while the employees are working remotely. So this is the context where we actually, thought that we should also bring up some value-add solution. So on the same success factor platform, we actually added some best practices, and we have come out with success factor Pro, SF Pro, we call it as, which is best practice based solution, and it can be deployed in an agile way. And you will be hearing from my colleague Nagesh, how actually this is going to help, and the kind of challenges that currently you are facing, and what you can expect out of this particular solution. What is the key difference? What kind of difference it actually brings to the customer. These are some of the things that you would be hearing from my colleague Nagesh in next 30 odd minutes, and then we'll be waiting for your questions. We'll be more than happy to answer all your queries during the session or post the session. Thank you very much. Nagesh, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thanks for posting the key trends. And yes, we all hope to see a safer world soon. So before I start, let me also introduce myself. I'm Nagesh Polu, SuccessFactors lead consultant at Soltius. I've been working with YASH group of companies from past 13 years, and I have implemented SuccessFactors core HR and talent modules to various clients in Gulf region as well as across the globe. I'm a SuccessFactors professional certified, and I do hold a bunch of talent module certifications. So without waste of any time, let me jump into the session. Today, we are here to talk about the surprise package. I think Sharat already introduced you, but still, let me keep it as a surprise, which we call it as your go-getter. As you see on the screen, the agenda of today's session, starting from need of the hour to implementation approach, will be covering all the major topics to make you understand all about HR transformation with our qualified package. We will see the need of the hour. Secondly, we will see the current challenges organizations facing while initiating their HR digital transformation journey. And we will also see the list of expectations from our prospects or customers. Let me tell you, when I say expectations and challenges, these are handpicked. We had a lot of conversations, we had a lot of interviews taken with our prospects and customers in the region before we started our journey. Okay, so we will then talk about implementation approach, where we'll take you through all the process of implementing our magic solution, nothing but your go-getter. So finally, on the timelines, we will tell you how long does it take for us, to get your system ready. Don't miss this part. I promise you, this is a game changer. And likewise, before we conclude, as Sharat mentioned, we will have good interactive session. We will take all the questions and we will try to help you to understand the solution as much as possible. All right, let's talk about the need of the hour. As you know, the modern HR landscape is changing at a rapid pace, right? I hope everyone is with me on this point. And when I say the need of the hour, here we are talking about the importance of digitalizing your HCM. Why is this the right time to do it? There are a number of reasons, but first and foremost, seeing the rapid changes in the HR processes, you should be able to cope with the current global talent war. We are seeing many companies facing the heat when it comes to recruiting, then acquiring, and the most important, retaining the critical talent. We are in a new world, right? Where companies are now competing on a new battlefield. Gone those days where the competition was just showing up the turnover statements and all. And the reason behind, the reason behind all these changes is the employee expectations are changing day by day. And directly or indirectly, I can say the pressure of employee engagement is equally affecting the growth of the individual as well as the organization. Hence, the only reason why companies started opting HR technological solutions. So when I say companies are opting, you might start thinking, can we do it? Can we digitalize our HR process? Yes, of course. As long as you have company and you need to have a clear goal with a good database of your employees. That's it. Very simple qualifications, right? We then see companies, qualifying for the same, but still see the IT team or the HR folks we met had a list of challenges they foresee and the expectations they have from the solution. Let us see the challenges they have in adopting the HR transformation or your HCM transformation or initiating their digital journey. So whenever we speak to the HR folks or the IT people, the first and foremost, we always have seen people talking about affordability. Many organizations, they feel it's a costly effort adopting innovation. And if they are ready to adopt, then they started facing a challenge in finding a trusted partner. Even though they were able to get an IT partner, best IT partner in the region, still they see their partner estimates, going beyond their IT budgets or going beyond their expecting implementation timelines, which I think is a major reason to shelve most of the digital transformation journeys. We weren't all surprised to know these challenges, then taking these challenges into consideration, we then extended our interview session with the HR folks or the IT teams and requested them to provide the list of expectations they have or the necessities they feel or they need before moving to cloud. The first point we have seen is Many customers say that, I can say 8 out of 10 felt we partners should come up with a fixed cost solution that should fit into their budgets. Keeping the budgets aside, customers are also looking for a solution where they will be able to pick what they need as per the current requirement or the current scenario, and also are able to extend the system in future as the company grows. Also, they were looking for a solution that can be implemented and they can jumpstart their transformation project within no time. Well, to be precise, let me tell you what we understood is the solution should be ready in no time, maybe accompany their IT budgets, and the most important, be able to leverage their existing landscape with the new solution. So from knowing the list of expectations and a lot of challenges, we carved out something really good that fits your need. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me take a privilege to introduce our SAP qualified prepackaged solution, Soltius ME SFOne Pro. As your HR process, but our solution will also help you to improve the decision making. Great, right? I can tell you this solution is second to none. We considered each and every minute point of yours, and yes, your go-getter is ready. So before we talk more about go-getter, let me quickly play a 3-minute interesting video that our team has put on.
All right. As you see, Mr. Ahmed is a happy man now and is leading all the way without any hassles. So before we go ahead, Om, can you put a poll?
So let me know once the poll is done. Okay. Thanks, Om. So let's keep our ball rolling. Let's see, the value proposition we are bringing with our SFOne Pro solution. So the SFOne Pro comes with a pre-configured content for core HR and all your talent management modules. A pre-configured best practice instance coming with a fixed scope that can be extended at any given point of time, which has built-in data migration templates. We have predefined test scripts and whatnot. All the training accelerators, all the add-ons are ready. Hence, a speedy deployment and reducing your overall costs and implementation timelines. As I said, if you remember, I told you, we took each and every point of yours and then we are ready with your solution. So let me show how a typical SFOne Pro implementation looks like. So I mean, how long does it take to deploy by module or by the entire suite? So typically the timelines is around 6 to 14 weeks, depending on the module you pick. For instance, you pick a core HR, employee central, what we call it as. It will take around 8 to 10 weeks, followed by talent set. It will take around 6 to 8 weeks per module, which means your system is ready within no time. Cool stuff, isn't it? So we have a solution. You're ready, but how do we deploy? We follow SAP best practices as usual. We leverage SAP Activate methodology with some changes to fit in our SFOne Pro. As you see on the screen, the project starts from preparation, then to realization, which is where we make some minor changes to make the solution ready for you. Then the big day go live within no time. Or let me keep it very simple. We activate the solution. You will be testing end to end. As soon as you're done, your system is ready. It's that simple, right? So in a nutshell, when you talk about SFOne Pro, it gives you the opportunity to start anywhere and go everywhere, which is like you pick any one module, let's say LMS, or you can select, LMS, and maybe after a few days or few weeks or few months, you can experience it. Then based on the requirement, you can keep extending. That's the beauty of the solution. That's why we are calling this session as Intelligent HR Transformation with SFOne Pro. So our story so far, we did around 50 plus implementations. Highest user base we have seen is 1,000 plus users. The lowest is around 25 employees. And as we is around 6 to 14 weeks, depending on the module you choose. So as I said, as you see on the screen, you can pick any module. You can start anywhere and go everywhere. The main message is you can pick any module and you can keep on extending your solution based on your necessities or based on the company growth. So before we move ahead to take your questions, let me thank you all for joining this session. Hope this will be a expected solution which you were looking for. As I said, we spoke to almost all 100 plus HR spots or 100 plus CIOs in the region, and we took all the considerations before we started, building this solution. Also, even after this webinar, if you still have any questions, you can always reach us, email us on the information you require on the product, or even if you feel like you want to see a quick demo, yes, we are 100% ready. We are always ready. Thank you. Thank you once again. Om, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Nagesh. It was really, enlightening, and the way you covered up the things about success factor package package solution in a very crisp way. Now, I would take this opportunity before we start taking the question. I mean, there are a number of questions which have been put by our audience. I'd like to do a quick poll. Let me just put the poll on the screen, right? And while you are taking the poll, I'll just get ready with the set of questions. Okay, here you go. Are you looking for a comprehensive HR solution? Yes. All right then. Okay. Thank you so much for participating in the poll. And so let me summarize what we have covered as of now. We started off with a high-level overview of what's happening in the region and how pandemic has affected the overall scenario in the HR space, and how certain key trends which were there existing in the space of human resource strategies suddenly were considered more important than ever. Okay. And I mean, these were covered by Mr. Sarath, and later on we Nagesh, our subject matter expert with Success Factor, he gave you a high level overview of our package solution, which is built on best practices and which is available for you. And with this, I would like to just take a few questions. Let me the first question, just a second. Yeah. Okay. So there is a question that says, can I start with a single function or a module? For example, if we want to only implement LMS. So Nagesh, Sarath, do you want to answer that?
Yes, so as I said, Om, can you please go on mute? Yeah. So as I said, like initially, if you remember, let me go one slide before. So our solution comes up with a quotation, like start anywhere, go everywhere. You can pick any module and you can extend it anytime, at any given point of time. So for instance, you chose Employee Central as of now based on your requirement. Once that is done, maybe after a year, you feel, okay, my company is going and we have a lot of requirements coming up on L&D, or maybe on you need to start a regular performance and all goals sessions. Then you can always pick your module, whatever you feel. And you feel like, okay, let's have recruiting and onboarding at one time. Yes, you can always do it. As I said, you can start anywhere and you can go everywhere. You can extend your system at any given point of time. Is that clear?
Nagesh, and yes, I guess that answers the question. And there is another one. Let me take it up. What it says. If we take all the modules, what will be the exact timeline to implement? And for employees usage. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Let me take that question. Thanks, Om.
Sure.
It was a fantastic question. So, as we articulated the different timelines for different components, when any prospect or a customer would like to go across all the components, so what is the timeline? Well, see, the largest timeline out of all this mentioned module wise, we have given the timelines. In case if you wish to go for all the suite, the complete modules, whatever we actually offered. So what you see there is the 10 weeks, which is taking maximum time, Employee Central. So within 10 weeks, we can complete the complete implementation, covering all those modules, what we are offering part of this SFOne Pro. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Sarath. Thank you. So next, we have another question that says, does your solution integrate with biometric devices?
Oh yeah, pretty much. I think see the success factor solution has got an integration center, so which is a built-in feature and functionality, which can actually integrated with the biometrics machines, and it can also get integrated with any of your the other legacy systems, any of the finance system that you're currently using on. So it has got a inbuilt integration center, as I mentioned, which will facilitate to enable these interfaces very quickly and function very smoothly.
Thank you, Saras.
Yeah,
I'm sure this.
Just a second. So to add on to Sharat's message, so as I said, like when you say Employee Central, the Employee Central comes up with your leave and attendance. Like once you have your biometric system, all the data will be flowing to your Employee Central system, where the employee will be able to see his timesheet, or he will also be able to apply for the time off. So that is pretty much possible. Yes.
Thanks, Nagesh. Thanks, Sarak. So that clearly answers the question about yeah. Next, we have what is the level of localization that is offered by this package SFOne Pro? Does the system have capabilities in Arabic language? Yes. Yeah. So, Sarath, would you want to take that?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, so the success factor solution is actually come with the inbuilt features of certain localizations, including the languages. So it has actually got a number of languages. I think close to about 45 plus languages across the globe. It is already has inbuilt, and also close to 90 plus countries localizations are already built in into this application. So what it means is that whatever the country that you actually belong to, your organization, when you implement it, so you get a solution of global best practices with the localized functionalities inbuilt into it. So that's the number one. And number two, on the top of it, any specific localizations that are not part of it, that not being covered by the application. So as a partner, we actually help you to actually configure that in the success factor application and extend the same. So these are the two key things. One is that it is already has certain things inbuilt. On the above, as a partner, we can actually leverage a certain framework to actually enable those localization aspects that you are looking for and extend the same.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Sarath, for answering the localization aspect of it. In fact, I have another question on the same thing. So let me put it across. Can this software provide bifurcation of solution for cross-regional employees, like attendance, leaves, and benefits? I mean, these things vary across regions. So customization for each region, will it be required?
Yeah, that's an excellent question, Om. So let me take this question. So let me put an example. Okay, recently we did an implementation in the UAE. Okay, the company has branches all over. They were part of UAE. They have presence in Europe region. They have presence in India. So each and every part, they had their own localization requirements. I mean, they had their own requirements when it comes to benefits, when it comes to leave and leave and attendance. Yes, this is 100% possible, and we did it with our best practice solution itself. So when an employee coming from UAE base, he will see whatever is applicable to him. When an employee coming from India, he will see whatever is applicable for him. So we can always have cross module functions. Sorry.
Great, Nagesh. That certainly answers the question. Even if it is a global solution pack, but it has got its regional strengths as well. And thanks for explaining it. Another question I have is from cost perspective, how much would it cost to implement all the solution together?
Okay, well, let me just take, I think we have not outlined the cost per se here, but the overall timelines and the fixed cost model that we actually bring to the visualization. So what basically cost consists of, this being a cloud application, number one, it will have the software license cost, which is in way of subscription. And the second line item would be the implementation of those modules that you would like to go for. So these are the two things. So what we can do is, we can reach out to you to understand more information about some of the basic. Of course, we don't need a detailed information, very basic information that we collect, and we provide you the cost sheet, what actually it costs for the license based on the number of users for each of the module that you would like to go for. And number two, which are the modules that you would like to implement, whether you want to implement the complete suite of it, or you want to implement only a couple of them. For example, like recruiting and onboarding and EC, these are the three modules, let's say you want to do it. So there will be a separate cost. and let's say you want to only implement LMS, for example, so that cost item is different. So we can actually work with you. If you can leave your details, we will reach out to you, and we will seek basic information from you, and we can give you the rate card uh, for this particular implementation and the subscription.
Thanks, Sarath. So I hope that clearly answers the question. And let me take another question that here it goes. Can we extend or customize based on our requirement later in the journey? So, Nagesh, would you want to?
Yeah, let me take this question. Yes, I mean, from starting of the session, yes, I have kept saying, yes, we can always extend the system. So today you took something and later you felt, like you want to extend the system or you want to customize the system. Yes, our solution is always ready. You can always extend and you can always customize as required.
And just wanted to add what Nagesh mentioned. The one of the best things that actually every customer get from the success factor is that SAP success factor, that half yearly they keep on releasing the new features of across the modules. So that is one of the best thing, and this comes without any cost to the customer. So there is no additional cost that SAP would charge towards giving those newly developed features and functionalities. So whatever the module that you have implemented during that year, ahead of time you will get to know what kind of new things that are going to come out of the end of the 6 months period. So end of the 6 months period, the SAP publish it, and you can actually review the whole thing, and whatever feel like you want to add to your existing solution base, so that can be adaptable. And the process for adapting this changes also, the new features is pretty simple, and it doesn't call for any typical upgrade process. It is as easy as you are actually just applying some new theme and selecting few of the boxes and say apply. It is actually works in that fashion. Thank you.
Thanks,
Next question, please.
Sarath. We are running out of time, but we don't want to miss out on the question. There are a lot of questions which are there, which are unanswered. Let me take a couple of more questions. Yes. Next question, it is also pretty much similar to the one we had on the biometric. Now, this one says, so the system is able to read and control the timesheet fingerprint if company has 3 working shift, say lunch break, 1 day, or it's only used for in and out. Sarah, Nagesh, you want to answer this question, or do I have to read it out again? Let me read it out again.
I think the question is not very clear. Yeah.
I'm just reading it out. So the system is able to read and control the timesheet based upon the fingerprint. Now, suppose a company has 3 working shifts plus lunch break every day. So does the system also capture the lunch break and the shift breaks, or is it only for in the login and log out time based upon some fixed operation time?
Okay. See, if I understood the question correctly, I think they're talking about the different shifts that are being followed in the organization, 24/7, 3 different shifts, and each shift will have got usually have a start time and end time, and in between there will be a breaks, whether you call it a tea break or a lunch break or whatever the breaks that you call it. So including those breaks, the shift time is defined. Okay. And these timings can be configured and they are available pretty much. And the employees will be getting, once the particular shifts are configured, they can be, auto assigned to a specific shifts. So that much is pretty much possible, part of the system.
Thank you, Sarath, for putting it in a simple way. And I hope, yes, I mean, this certainly answers the question, even if it was not framed properly. And yeah, we also got a response from the person who put the question. He also is thanking. I'll take one last question. It says that can we take a model of a big company and do it in a small for a smaller company in a small one? Sorry if I'm not able to frame it properly. Let me read it out again. Can we take a model of a big company and do the implementation for at a smaller place? So I guess what the person wants to state that when can we replicate the things with a big company and make it more customized and tailored for the firms which are small
Yeah,
in nature?
let me take that question home. Yeah, it is pretty much possible when you are actually having a big group of companies. You can actually pick up the small company, of course, considering at a group level, what are the typical policies that you have at a group level. And then you can actually take up the small company within the group and you can actually implement to see how it functions, specific to the needs of the small company, as well as ensuring that at a group level, whatever the policies that are existing as a large company, okay, considering those two, and this can be done. This is pretty much doable.
Thanks, Sarad. So I guess that's the time we had. There are a couple of questions which are still which are unanswered. What we can do is we can always reply people who have put in the questions in a much more elaborated way. And thank you so much, everyone, for taking time and attending this webinar. And I'm sure that our audience will certainly derive meaningful direction and guidance when it comes to the space of human capital management and how to bring in the flavor of digital transformation with and as how to survive in this pandemic with some new trends and innovations which are getting into the space. So with this, I would want to call upon Mr. Sarath. Sarath, can you please give a wrap up for the entire session? And yes, and take it from here.
Thank you, Om, and I really thank every participant for sparing out their time on a precious day and then joining the session to know about the solution and the offering that we have bringing out. So, in a nutshell, uh, we as an organization, Soltius as an organization, is pretty much focused on our services, and we would try to get best out of it, every time, adding some new features and new aspects into our services that we bring to the table. So part of it, as you see that, success factor Pro, SFOne Pro is what we call it, as one of the package solution, which is pretty much need of the hour or need of the day, given the given pandemic scenario, and where it can be implemented is in agile fashion, and you can actually within weeks, in fact, you can actually unleash the benefits. So that's one of the key message that I would like to leave it with the participants, and we will be more than glad to get in touch with you to answer any of your questions, post this event as well, because since we have limited time, so whatever the best possible, we addressed it. In case there are any more questions, please feel free to write it to us, and in case you wish us to get in touch with you, please leave your email ID, corporate email ID. We will write it back and we'll try to get in touch with you and engage with you for further discussions on this. Thank you once again for taking time and joining us.